Hi everyone, in this video you'll be learning about Introduction to Mathematics. What is mathematics, why we need mathematics and where it is exactly used. So as we can define mathematics, mathematics is the study of numbers, quantities, shapes and measurements and how they relate to each other. So a famous mathematician Carl Friedrich Gauss has called mathematics is the queen of sciences because we need mathematics everywhere, not only in one field, we need it in many fields. Mathematics is a subject that every student cannot avoid in their academic life, starting from preparatory school, basic education, intermediate education to the tertiary education. Mathematics is always a part of curriculum. But how can we really learn mathematics easily? Now, before looking into that, let us see what are the main branches of mathematics. The main branches of mathematics are algebra, geometry, trigonometry, calculus, statistics, and probability. Look into the first part, algebra. Algebra is a branch of mathematics that deals with variables, constants, and arithmetic operations. For example, after 15 years, Arun's age will become 4 times that of his present age. Find his present age. So here Arun's age is not given, but it says after 15 years it's going to be 4 times of his present age. So first thing is we need to know what is the present age of Arun. When we look into the solution, let us take Arun's present age to be x years. So after 15 years, his age will be x plus 15, right? So after 15 years, his age has to be added with 15. So there we get x plus 15 after 15 years is going to be 4 times of its present age. That is 4 into x we have. Now, after simplification, right, we get minus 3x equals minus 15, x equals 5. So Arun's present age is 5 years. So after 15 years, his age is going to be 5 plus 15, that is going to be 20. Or the other way they are saying it is the same as 4 times of his present age. That is 4 into 5. So there again you get 20 years itself. So Arun's present age is 5 years. So this is the use of algebra, right? So we denote with a variable and the constant and also using some arithmetic operations like plus, minus, multiplication and division. Now next we move on to geometry, the second part of the second branch of mathematics. The geometry is a branch of mathematics that studies the sizes, shapes, positions, angles and dimensions of things. So geometry, as it says, deals with these things, that is size of an object, shape of an object and the positions, how it is located, the angles, so it can be angle of elevation or angle of depression, and dimension of the things given, it can be one dimensional, two dimensional, three dimensional. For example, we have square. Square is a figure with four sided one, right? So here side matters. Again rectangle, where you have where two opposite sides should be same. Very similarly with circle. Then the other shapes like oval, triangle, pentagon, hexagon, octagon, cube, sphere, cylinder, cone, rectangular prism, then the pyramid. So these are all the geometric shapes what we have. So now when we move on to the third one, nothing but the trigonometry. Trigonometry is nothing but something which deals with the triangle and its measurement. The name itself says from the Greek trigonon, that is trigonon is nothing but a triangle and metron is nothing but the measurement. So it is a measurement of an triangle. is a branch of mathematics that studies the relationship between sides, lengths, and angles of triangles. For example, here we have a person standing at some distance and watching the tip of the tower. Now, this can be taken in form of a triangle. The distance between the person and the base of the tower and the line of sight to the tip of the tower and the height of the tower. So we have three things here: height of the tower, the distance between the person and the base of the tower, and the line of sight, right? So by knowing any two, you can find out the third one. If you know the height of the tower and the distance between the person and the base, we can find the angle of elevation. Now, the next branch, that is calculus. Now, calculus is the mathematical study of continuous change, or it can also be called as rate of change. In that again we have two branches. One is differential calculus, then the other one integral calculus. So in general we can say that differential calculus is nothing but that something cuts something into small pieces to find how it changes. When you cut something into small pieces, how it is going to change? That is, you keep differentiating. The word itself is differentiating, again dividing. As you keep dividing, we can find out like how it is going to change. Now, integral calculus. So the word itself again says integrate. So we know what is integration: combining together. Differentiation, dividing. Integration is combining, right? So integral calculus joins or integrates the small pieces together to find how much is there. So differentiation to find the rate, how it changes. Integration to find out how much volume we have or how much quantity we have. We have an example here: the flow of water. Now here what is happening? Water is being differentiated, right? There is a rate flow of water here. So the flow of water is combined together in a tank. So here you see that all these droplets are differentiated and combined together in a tank. So there you see that it is integrated. The drop of water, the running water is being summed up and you're putting into a tank. So it is summing up, you call it as integration. Now if the same water in the tank, when it runs out, we can find the rate, the speed, at what rate the water runs out. It's called differentiation or the derivative. Now let's move on to the next part, that is statistics and probability. Statistics and probability, the branches of mathematics concerned with the laws of governing random events, including the collection of data, analysis, interpretation, and display of numerical data. So the chances are